Hey guys, CadwellPlays here, and today we are doing a FIFA video looking back at Arsene Wenger's career. Now, we are going to do a past and present Arsenal squad to talk about this now. What a career he's had for the 22 years he's been in charge. Amazing he's done. Just a quick tell you as well, we'll like to use any players we are as well. The players who they think it's going to be is Patrick Vieira or Thierry Henry or a manager of nowadays, guys. Please leave in the comments what you think the manager will be for Arsenal next. I don't know what it will be, but let's have a look at the team from past and present Arsenal players. Now, the first guy, of course, you've got to have him in the team. A guy who Arsenal fans will remember very, very well. I'm going to put the two players in who I want to talk about. The first one is Alexis Sanchez. What a guy for Arsenal he was. Banging in goals, left, right, centre. Really good. He loved the manager, Arsene Wenger, he did for the first 3 seasons. Last season, he got a bit fiery. He's like, no, I don't really want to play for Arsenal anymore. We don't really want him at the club. So he moved to Man United. So far, he's got about 3 or 4 goals, hardly any, and is decent. The next guy is Aubameyang. For this season, for his last season, that's a cracking signing for Arsenal to have. I know if they have, say, Patrick Vieira or Thierry Henry to be the manager, then they need to be better with the players, and he needs to bring in players. Now, I know Thierry Henry knows loads of players in Premier League, so will bring loads in, but hopefully he can do well in it, and I think if Thierry Henry does do it, it'll be really good. This guy is amazing up front, so I'll give or take that. I will as well. We're not going to use all just Arsenal players. We are going to use legends and icons, and you name it as well. We are, but in the right mid position now. I don't think this guy has a right mid card. I'm just going to check who I'm actually looking at here now. Oh yeah, he does. Sorry, he does. He is a guy who is English, who doesn't play for Arsenal anymore, but he used to. Now you guys know who he is. He may actually still play for Arsenal. Just checking if he's on here still for Arsenal. Let's have a look. He is, but he actually seriously doesn't play for Arsenal anymore. It's Theo Walcott, a guy that Arsenal fans really you like or hate. It's a past or present experience for Arsenal. There it is. It really is, and I think Arsenal fans, you can relate to this. What a good player he is. At the same time, he's not though, because he just doesn't play that well. So yeah, I really think he's a really good player there. Another guy who's going to go on the bench, if I can spell his name right, quickly. No, I can't spell his name right. Okay, that's really, really bad then. But yeah, anyway, the next guy to be on the team is Patrick Vieira. What a legend he is. A legend without question. He was one of the best Arsenal players back in the day. I think he was in the Arsenal squad that won the league twice in a row, and that was in like 2nd or 3rd season of Arsene Wenger. The career that he had and all that, very interesting. It was as well, and his friend definitely surprised us as well. Now, Thierry Henry, I know it's a striker card, you can't admit anything, but we have to bring him in as well. One of the best Arsenal players ever, ever, ever he was, and I've got to admit that, to say the least, I have. One of the best Arsenal cards ever. He gave us some great experiences, great cards, and you will never, ever, ever forget him at Arsenal. You won't, when he banged in all those goals, and you know he was one of the best. In the game. Now, we don't have him on the game, but Shilton, what a card he was, and he was for Arsenal apparently as well. Instead, we're going to put Petr Cech. We're going to put Petr Cech in the team, if I can actually spell his name. Anyway, we'll try and spell him in a second, but yeah, he's a 86 rated card. Really good card. There he is. Right, really good card. And yeah, he's going in the team because he is one of the best Arsenal keepers in the game. Another guy from Arsenal who I think really does improve. He was a really good player. He did circumference the team. He does pet check and really just gives us the, what I say, feel for the team. Is that what you're allowed to say? He gives it just boosts and boosts of confidence in there. And I really do like him. Another guy who I think should come in the team for the 6 or how many ever years he was at Arsenal, Van Persie. Cracking card for Arsenal. Did one of the overhead kick goals at the World Cup, and that he did another goal for Arsenal. And he was brilliant for Arsenal. Influential back in like 12 to about 8, I think it was. He was at Arsenal. Influential in the 4 years he was there. A splendid card, and then moved to Man United. Didn't do very well, and everyone was like, "Why did he move in the first place? Come on, people, why did he move?" But yeah, very, very, very interesting card. Now we're going to go to a defender now, which you guys probably will hate me for, but he is a Arsenal defender in actual real game. I did have him in my ultimate team. Sadly, I don't anymore, and it is Koscielny. When I first heard Koscielny, was optimistic, disappointed. Didn't really know what Koscielny was like. Didn't really know if he could play well. I think it was like 14 or 15 we had him into the Premier League. Then he improved, and he's now been one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, consistent centre-back. And I think if Arsenal have like a better manager and a few better players, bang, they can be up top 10, they can be top 20, they can be top 5 or top 4, or even battling for the league. So that is what I'm putting him there for, and I think you know who I'm talking about now. A great discard that is there. Now, a card for Arsenal who you really don't remember him going there. If you don't remember him at the club, then you might not. It's Dennis Bergkamp. Now, many people won't realise this, as I put him in CDM for you now, but Dennis Bergkamp played for Arsenal. I can't remember how many games he played, but he played for Arsenal. He did. Very, 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 very good card he was for Arsenal. Don't forget him. And influential he was, really. He just one of the best cards in Arsenal's career and scored millions of goals, really, he did. And showed Arsenal what he could do. Here he did. And you've really got to give him the credit when credit's due, you do, because what a card he was. Banging in all the goals he is, and gives us one of the delights he was of the time, because when he did play for Arsenal, I was very little, as you know. Bergkamp, when he played for Arsenal, it was like 2001, 2002. He was in his last couple of seasons. Very young I was, about 1 or 2, and didn't really see him play, but he was apparently really good. Thierry Henry I saw a few years play. When I was like 4 or 5, I watched TV and saw him play. Same for Vieira, same for Van Persie and all the rest. But yeah, next card is Cesc Fabregas. Yes, the pace, they've ducked his pace nowadays. Old FIFAs it was like 70 or something. Don't know why, but they have. He was great for Arsenal. Brilliant card. Every game he was running, sliding, tackling, doing what he wants. Then he went to, I think it was Barcelona, and nobody really knew him anymore. It was like, oh, he's gone to Barcelona. He's a really good player. Then he came back to the Premier League and came to Chelsea and done really well. But for Arsenal, he was influential. His career started and builded from that. And I think that's a great card to have in the team today. And I think it just proves to show that it's no matter what you are, who you are, you guys can all do whatever you want, and you can still be, what do I say, a great card. Now the next card is, don't know if I can spell it right. Always get this card name wrong, so I'm just gonna put his card in. Here I am, quickly for you now. He's a Polish guy and he's a goalkeeper. His name is Szczesny, guys. I don't think I have him. No, I don't. I only have a Polish bronze. His name is Szczesny. Influential. It was Szczesny always went in goal. I think it was him and Ospina at the time. It could have been. I can't really remember when he played, but I can't remember who the other players were who were in the team. But at the time, he was influential. A beast of a card. you name it, he could save the shots. And yeah, a really, really good card. Another guy who I don't think's in FIFA still. I'm just gonna have a look for you now. If he is in FIFA, if he is, then I'll put him in. This is the card you're closest going to get is last one. But actually, I'm looking at Lundberg. What a card for Arsenal Lundberg was. An influential card. A brilliant card. And he proves he did to be there. He did. Next card is Olivier. Well, if you don't know who Olivier is, guys, I'll tell you now. He's Olivier Giroud. An influential card for Arsenal at the time when he played for Arsenal. There he is, his 86 card. I'll pop it in, and I'll pop Lacazette next to him, and I'll talk about Lacazette in a minute. But Giroud, influential for Arsenal. He only played till January this season, then pop off to Chelsea. Pop off back where I went. But yeah, he played for Chelsea now. Scored a vital goal for Chelsea at the weekend against Southampton to put them through. On Sunday they played at like 3 o'clock-ish. They need to beat Southampton to get through to play us, Man United. But enough about that, the better. We think he was great for Arsenal. Brilliant card. Popping in goals, popping in left, right and centre. Popping up where you didn't expect him to be, if you know what I mean. Other guys who played for Arsenal who I am just going to talk about is Lee Dixon and another guy who, if you don't know who he is, Ian Wright. Two great players for Arsenal. Don't tell me they're not. They're great players. Didn't really do much for Arsenal, like score goals, but still really, really good players for the game for Arsenal. Lacazette, what a card for Arsenal as well. If you look at Arsenal players in the whole career of Arsenal, you've got what Arsenal is as a whole, as a unit. It's a unit, and that's what Arsenal is. I class it as a unit, and I swear to say Arsenal really does get my heart going. It's a really good player. Another card who doesn't actually play at Arsenal anymore is Debussy. Great card, played for them lots, and I do believe he was one of the best players in Arsenal's influential seasons. He just proved to us that he's not as good anymore, and they shipped him off. They literally didn't believe in him anymore and didn't want him, so off he went. Now, I wouldn't admit that to be safe, to say the least, guys. I wouldn't say that to myself. You have to do that, but there's loads of keepers did get chances. Like, you know, loads of keepers played for Arsenal and really did do it. Another card who I'm going to put in left back, who actually isn't, well, we can put in for you guys, is another guy. Now Arsenal left backs, you've got Monreal and Kolasinac, are really good players. They are in the team. And yeah, the next card we're going to put in, I don't think you guys will know who he is. It's Emmanuel Adebayor. Now, it's a surprise for you guys. It might be that I put him in, but he is a guy who used to play for Arsenal. I'll put him on the bench actually there, and I'll put Giroud in there instead just to get a bit more chemistry. But he was an influential guy, he was at the time, Adebayor. He just proves that he blew off the scene. He blew off the scene a bit too much quickly, and I think that's the problem Adebayor had. He blew off the scene quickly, and he just didn't really want to play for Arsenal much, but he was good for Arsenal. I think he was good for Arsenal. The teams he played for in the Premier League, as I quickly tell you, was Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid, and Crystal Palace so far. It says on here he's played for, with 10 goals, I think it is, for Arsenal. So yeah, very interesting, influential player he was for Arsenal. He did get them to where I think he needed them to be. But, yeah, by the way, guys, if he is on the game as well, this guy, Zitsky, I'm just going to check for you. I'll check if he's in the league still. I think he is. Let's have a look. Have they got the Croatian league? There he is, Zicky. Amazing for Arsenal, great player for Arsenal. He moved his career on along, and then he retired and went to play for this team who he is with now. There's like Nathan Niles and all them who plays for them and all that. So yeah, very lots of keepers who play for them, very lots now. And that's it, guys. There's my team looking back at past and present Arsenal players. If you do enjoy, please smash like, subscribe, and comment down below who you think should be the Arsenal manager next. Arsene Wenger has his time. He had his time. He played for Arsenal. He should have been manager for like 4 years, then quit. He had his time then. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, smash a like and subscribe. I've been CadwellPlays, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.